over here somewhere. Welcome to Buchanan, right? Way to kick it off on Buchanan, you know what I mean? Got Freddie O in the building. Shout out Freddie. I say shout out Freddie. Let's go, baby. All right, I want to introduce our next artist, Morgan. Come to the stage.
What's up, Nashville? I am so honored to be here. This is my prayer. This is my hope. I have sung it so many times at the Capitol, and I believe in a Nashville that makes space for everybody. This is called Pretend Rainbow. Pretend that there's a rainbow hanging over me. Happy can't be far now, as far as I can see. Yeah, I want it to be somewhere I believe. Pretending there's a Freddie that's hanging over Nashville, Tennessee. Thank you. This last one, I love you, Olivia. I love every one of you. I never could have imagined that I would move back home to Nashville and that I would be here at the re-election campaign of the most progressive mayor in Nashville's history, Freddie O'Connell. He walked out to this song, which is my song, My Revival, and I'm just gonna ask, we're a city of music lovers. I just want, when you hear, this is my revival, and then at the end you'll hear, revival, 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 and I want y'all to sing along with me, okay? This is my revival. I won't be discouraged wherever my heart is. I won't keep it guarded. This is my survival. I don't plan on stopping. My spirit's never dropping. This is my revival. Sing it with me. This is my revival. Revival, revival. One more time. This is our revival. Revival, revival. Thank you so much. My name is Morgan. Up next, we have Lisa from Turk Votes. Thank you so much, Nashville.
Y mientras tanto, bueno, estamos viviendo totalmente en vivo lo que es el lanzamiento oficial del alcalde Freddie O'Connell como para correr en lo que es la Alcaldía de Nashville en el próximo periodo. Ahorita va a hablar Lisa, chairman de TIRC.
Buenas tardes, Nashville. Good afternoon. I'm Lisa Sherman Luna, and I'm the executive director of Turk Votes, the political arm, a political entity representing the needs, demands, and dreams of immigrant and refugee residents of Nashville and statewide. That means the line cook that is paying his way through Nashville State, the home health aide who moved here to live closer to her family, the mother who has built a life here, paying taxes, raising a family, and still isn't sure the state sees her as a Tennessean. So let me be clear about why I'm standing here today. I'm here because those are the people that Turk Votes represents, and I want to tell you what we've seen from this mayor. Freddie picks up the phone every single time. That might sound small, but in this work, it's everything. We don't always agree, and when we don't, he doesn't dodge us or send a staffer to smooth it over. He sits down and he has the hard conversation. That kind of partnership is not something you can fake, and it's not something every leader is willing to do. And at a time when the easiest political move in America is to scapegoat immigrants, to blame us for the city's problems, to sacrifice us to save your own skin, Freddie has refused to take that deal. The state has come after this city again and again, trying to use our immigrant neighbors as a wedge to divide Nashvillians against themselves. And instead of caving to that pressure, instead of throwing us under the bus to protect himself politically, Freddie has held the line. He is trying to hold this city together in the face of attacks that most mayors in this country have never had to face. And let's talk about those attacks, because they tell you everything you need to know. Marsha Blackburn doesn't spend her time going after mayors who are falling in line. Andy Ogles doesn't train his fire on leaders who are giving him nothing to fight. The Trump administration doesn't send his cronies to give press conferences in cities where a mayor is playing it safe. They are attacking Freddie because he is in their way, because he has refused to hand this city and to hand immigrants over for their agenda. You don't draw that kind of fire by accident. You draw it by standing your ground. But let's be honest, because our communities deserve honesty, not spin. Holding the line is necessary, but what's coming these next 4 years requires bigger, bolder, and braver actions from all of us, including elected leaders. We know this because immigrant communities are on the front lines of the fight for our multiracial democracy. And we deserve that multiracial democracy. And the attacks I just talked about show that that fight runs right through this city and through this next 4 years. We know where we're headed. We're building a Nashville and a Tennessee where every family can thrive, belong, where power isn't hoarded by the few, where nobody's community is disposable. We are not there yet, but I believe we are closer than we were 3 years ago. I believe Freddie is the candidate to keep driving us towards that destination. He's done good things this term, but if I know Freddie, he's not done yet. Which is good news, because this next term we have to be ready to be louder every time they come for Nashville, every time they come for immigrant communities, every time they come for working families. We need to use every ounce of the mayor's budget, platform, and bully pulpit, even when the legislature is watching, even when it costs us something. We need to organize with mayors across this state and this region, because no city stands alone against these attacks. Because working people, immigrant families, Black and brown Tennesseans, we don't need a mayor who plays it safe. We need a partner who fights alongside us to defend this beautiful home we have built. It's a demand and it's a promise. Turk votes will be at the table, we'll be in the streets, and we'll be in that legislature. When you're bold, we will have your back, Freddie. When we disagree, we will tell it to you straight. And we're gonna pick up the phone too, because that's what true partners need, and that's what we want for the next 4 years, a partner who's willing to co-govern with us. So thank you all for being here, and let's give another 4 years to Freddie O'Connell. And with that, I'm bringing up Tyler Yarbrough, the incoming legal director.
Hello. I'm Tyler Yarbrough, and I'm thrilled to be here this evening in support of Mayor O'Connell's campaign for reelection. And I'm extraordinarily honored to serve as Metro's next director for the Department of Law. I begin serving in this role next Wednesday, pending Metro Council approval. And it is so humbling and such an honor that Mayor O'Connell would tap me for this important job. My legal career has been rooted in public service and courtroom advocacy. After law school, I came here and began working immediately in the public defender's office, where I served this community for 6 years. After entering private law practice, I primarily represented Nashville families, individuals, small businesses, and nonprofits. And over the past few years, I've devoted substantial time and legal expertise to the Tennessee Freedom Circle, an organization that has been advocating and lobbying the state legislature for expanded access to abortion and reproductive freedom. I recognize with that background that I come into this job in extremely challenging times. Wally Dietz has been an exceptional leader of the Metro Law Department for the past 5 years. And under his leadership, we've seen how a city can use the power of the courts to defend itself when illegal federal and state overreach threatens the way that Nashville wants to govern itself and threatens the values and way of life that Nashvillians hold dear. That defense of Nashville is his legacy, and it's that strong defense that I want to pick up and carry on. In addition to the myriad roles and responsibilities I'll have in counseling Metro government, I see this defense of Nashville as one of the most important duties that I will have. I know that defending Nashville and its citizens against illegal federal and state overreach is one of the mayor's top priorities. And we can count on him to pull his full support and energy into protecting Nashvillians. He has done this time and again for the past 3 years, and no doubt he will do it in the years to come, which is why we need to re-elect Freddie for mayor for the next 4 years. And with that, I'm going to invite the illustrious Ms. Sami Tyson, the mayor's chief of staff, to the stage.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Masami Tyson, and I just turned the microphone. Hello. Can someone help? Is it on? Okay. I'll try not to touch it anymore. All right, good evening. My name is Masami Tyson, and I serve as the Chief of Staff to Mayor Freddie O'Connell. But tonight, I speak to you as someone who has had a front row seat to the kind of person he is. Ever since assuming this role almost exactly a year ago, I have had the distinct privilege of working alongside the mayor and being at the table where information gathering happens, deliberations are had, and decisions are made. I have worked with him during the highs and tough times. And in this process, every step of the way, there are some things that have been universally true with this man. And I would like to share them with you. Number one, he is deliberate, intentional, and thoughtful. He is not rash. At a time when instant gratification is the norm and quick wins are expected, he does not gravitate towards what gets the most clicks or the quickest kudos, but rather what is right. Now think about the mayor's signature program, Choose How You Move, for example. That's right. Now this is a long-term, big plan that is going to outlast this administration. This is a vision that takes time and effort and perseverance for it to become fully realized. Now that's a gutsy move in my books. Same with so much else that we're doing. For example, East Bank, affordable housing, and even reducing the grocery tax took months, years in the making. There are so many other things that this administration is tackling, and they are holistically considered and meant to impact the city for a long, long time, benefit not just the select few, but the entire city and those who need it most. The mayor has carefully laid down the path to make sure that Nashville moves, works, and grows better in much bigger ways than ever imagined before. Now, number 2, I get to see this up close and personal. And Freddie O'Connell is caring, and he constantly tries to be a better person. Likewise, he wants Nashvillians to care and wants Nashvillians to do better. So as mayor, what does he do to make sure that happens? He is bound and determined to protect our rights, to equip us to be stronger and better positioned so that we can all care and all do better. And he believes that a win for one of us is a win for all of us. Indeed, Nashville is for all of us, and the mayor embraces and embodies that at his core. Number 3, he is honest. He does not want to mislead anyone. No empty promises. Number 4, he is a one-of-a-kind leader who can reach across the aisle, form friendships and relationships, sets politics aside where appropriate, build bridges in order to accomplish the tasks set before us. He is a genuine person, and even the staunchest political rivals, like Freddie, even when they don't want to. He is a unifier. He can work with everyone and anyone if called to do so and for the right cause. And need I say, that is exactly what the world needs right now. But let me be clear, because number 5, he will not compromise when it is not the right thing to do. When values are being threatened, when what we stand for is being taken away, when our rights are being robbed from us, when wrong is wrong, he will make that abundantly clear and push back. Whether it is to protect our airport or to let data centers know how Nashville feels about them, he will fight for us and is not afraid to stand up to protect our beloved city and every one of us. Finally, number 6, he is strong and unwavering in his commitment and conviction. Think about all the traits I've just mentioned. These can only be embraced by someone who is strong and determined, someone who is confident, and someone who has a clear vision of where the city needs to go. He didn't become mayor so he can get a pat on his back. In fact, he doesn't care about recognition. He can filter out the noise of those who don't have the best interests of Nashville. It is not about himself. To the contrary, it is all about doing what is best for the people of Nashville. He gets the strength and joy to go to work every day from this truth and inspires me to do the same because of the privilege to serve our city. So Freddie O'Connell, he is gentle and kind, a steady leader who is determined and fierce in his pursuit of what matters most. He is smart and intelligent and continues to be a student of all things. He works really hard, and I can absolutely vouch for that. He is thoughtful, deliberate, and intentional. He is not afraid to do the right thing for the city. So it is entirely apt that he is the friendly and personable Freddie to many, and Mayor O'Connell to others. Both things are true and always will be. That is who he is. And he is the perfect leader for our city, which is both the warm southern town and the sophisticated Athens of the South. He will pour himself into protecting what makes our city so special. There is so much great work ahead of us, so let's give him 4 more years beyond this one. And in a chaotic and divisive world, we need the calm, steady, consistent voice to represent Nashville as the chief executive, the comforter-in-chief, and fighter-in-chief, our mayor. And that is none other than Freddie O'Connell. Thank you. Sorry, forgot to introduce the next speaker. That would be Nicole Valentine, community leader.
All right, y'all. When I say South, you say Nashville. South? Nashville. South? Nashville. I'm Nicole Von Valentine from South, the historic South Nashville. The musical guest that introduced us mentioned JCUC, Napier. That's where I'm from. And that's where I met Mayor Freddie about 10 years ago on a sidewalk. How many people have talked to Freddie on a sidewalk, on a bus? And I remember that day because we had just left a Napier Elementary School community partner meeting, which Freddie would come to often. And I said, then Councilmember Freddie, can you tell me how I can engage my schools, because I was working at the feeder middle school to Napier Elementary School. Can you tell me how to engage my council member like you show up? And from there, we developed a friendship. He showed up at the community meetings that my friends and I put together. On that sidewalk in front of that school was the school that I went to as a child in Napier community. And now I'm blessed to be able to give back and walk alongside my neighbors, empower my neighbors to hear what it is that they want to see in Nashville. Like our previous speaker said, Nashville is for everyone. Nashville's for who? Everyone. Exactly. Last thing I'm going to say is, before I left work today to head to here, there was a mom who came in to my building that I work at, the Tennessee Justice Center building, and she overheard me tell one of my coworkers I'm heading to this event, and the mom said, I remember him. He used to walk the neighborhood. I've helped with several campaigns. Any natives in the house? Any unicorns? Woo! I'm a unicorn. Maybe partially, because I did leave after college to go to New York City, but I came back, so I still consider myself a unicorn. But I've worked for lots of campaigns, and Freddie's has been by far the easiest, especially when knocking doors in my neighborhood, because my neighbors knew who he was. How many elected officials can you say, especially in the state of Tennessee, that can walk the historic South Nashville sidewalks, walk where the largest barrack-style public housing is in the state of Tennessee, in the whole country, actually, the oldest, largest in the whole country, the largest in the state of Tennessee, public housing community, where people know him by face and by name. To me, that speaks volumes. And that is exactly why I am so glad to support our mayor, my friend, Mayor Freddie O'Connell again. When I say South, you say Nashville. South? Nashville. South? Nashville. Please do not forget about us, because Freddie did not forget about South Nashville. I am happy to introduce Ethan from LIUNA.
Everybody give it up for Nicole. That was awesome. You know, Nicole, if you're a person that goes to the council meetings, you know Nicole as one of the great advocates for neighbors out here. My name is Ethan Link, and I'm business manager of LIUNA Local 386. And I represent the people who build this city. We pour the concrete, we move the dirt, we raise the skylines you drive past every day. We're the custodians, the environmental workers, maintenance techs, dining service workers, the folks that keep this city running, often unseen. So when I tell you that a mayor has working people's backs, I'm not guessing. I'm telling you what I've seen with my own two eyes, and this is what I've seen. That people who work for a living are standing with Freddie O'Connell. At a time when the deck is stacked against working people in so many ways, it matters who leads, and it matters just as much how they lead. Now, Freddie doesn't pretend to be a superhero. He doesn't ask us to believe in what he can do. He asks us to believe in what we can do together. Freddie brings people into the work, he builds them up, and he shows up for them, like he's shown up for so many people here in this room. He showed up on Metro Council, where he built a record of putting working people's issues ahead of developers and big corporations. That's why Nashville's labor movement, my local included, endorsed him in 2023. And my local 386 is proud to endorse him again. Along with our community allies and other unions, he backed the Do Better law and contract compliance board so that companies that cut corners and steal wages can't get away with it. See, in Freddie's Nashville, if you work, you get paid, period. He funded a pay plan for city workers that raised the wage floor for the trades to more than $23 an hour in the middle of the toughest affordability crunch this city has ever seen. But Freddie understands something much simpler than that. Working people deserve more than a paycheck. We deserve dignity. That means the dignity of safe, affordable places to live. He built this city's first real housing strategy that raised $76 million to keep families in their homes. This year's budget includes the largest single investment in the Barnes Fund. That means the dignity of choosing public transit without having to stand in an uncovered ditch. 2 out of 3 Nashvillians voted with Freddie to dedicate transit funding for the first time in the history of the city. That's more sidewalks, that's better buses, that's safer streets. That's the dignity of taking your kids to the park, taking them to the Nashville Historic Fairgrounds. There you go. Taking them to the farmer's market, places that feel like home, not just real estate investments. That's right. And the dignity of watching your kids go off to school knowing that their future can be brighter than yours, with a diploma that leads through programs like the University MMPS straight to a great college, or straight from high school into a trade apprenticeship like the MC3. Both ways to get a real paycheck without a mountain of debt. That's why working people are with Freddie, because he sees us as people first. At a moment when bullies and opportunists think they've got the upper hand in Washington and even in our own state house, Nashville needs a leader who brings people together, not tears this city apart. That's Freddie, and that's the choice. So let me ask you, are you ready to do some good together? Yeah! Are you ready to talk to your neighbors about what's at stake in this election? Yeah! Are you ready to stop scrolling on your damn phone and start knocking some doors? Yeah! Because elections aren't won by algorithms, they're won by conversations. They're won by neighbors, and they're won by people who show up. Freddie shows up for us, now let's show up for him. Neighbors, brothers and sisters, let's re-elect Freddie O'Connell.
Y'all got me almost excited enough I could start smashing fortune cookies. Well, good evening, everybody. I'm gonna do a couple of important things, and then I'm gonna piss off my communications team, which is an ordinary habit for me. Can y'all give it up for 6-1 Tribe and Morgan and the folks? So let's quickly see if you learned anything. I say 6-1, y'all say Tribe. Okay, yeah, we got a few folks out there who are paying attention. We've got people here. I mean, look at this. This is Nashville, y'all. Thank you for showing up today. This is an important moment for what we have been doing as a city and what we're going to do. Thank you for being here. It is important to be here as community, and for a lot of people here as family, and so I want to just give it up. Can we celebrate the people who have been a part of the coalition of speakers who have introduced us? Lisa from Turk, Nicole from South Nashville, Ethan from Launa, Tyler, who is about to use the power of law, and Masami and Arvis. Help me celebrate our speakers tonight. Because, y'all, we are gonna need all of those tools to keep winning. And then I gotta celebrate a few special people, because I can't do this. I would not be who I am. I would not have been able to grow up in Nashville or return to and stay in Nashville without my family. My parents may still be here. Beatty and Tim O'Connell, somewhere, yeah, they're right there. And then many of you have met already at some point the first Dr. Whitney Boone, who is here. A few years ago, I nicknamed her Constituent Prime because there is nobody who could have, I could not have ever made the decision as the professional I wanted to be, as the father I wanted to be, to do any of this work in public service without her agreeing to support me first, and then that let me go have the rest of the conversation. So Whitney, thank you. Now, I'm going to ask for a couple of quick hand raises because y'all need to see each other. Where are our Metro Council members? Yeah, thank you all for coming out here. We have checks and balances, we have productive collaborations, we work every day as a part of Metro, and I want to thank the Metro Council. I am a former member of that body for 2 full terms. It's important that our legislative processes work alongside and sometimes holding accountability for the executive, so please help me celebrate our Metro Council for the work they do. They work first and third Tuesdays, long hours on a lot of occasions. How about our school board members? I'm looking at Elise. Yeah, there we go. Our Metro Schools District, we keep being able to invest in them because they keep showing us the returns. Frida, did we have another round of historic student test data just a few weeks ago? Thank you, Madam Chair. Now, before we get into the local elections too, I mean, do I care about August of 2027? I do, but we've got a couple of elections before that. Where are our candidates? Oh, come on, y'all. We got some state and federal folks here because I saw y'all. If you left before you got recognized, I mean, I hope you're knocking a door. All right. Folks, this is important. We just went through an absurd exercise in redistricting that impacted... It didn't just impact us a second damn time in Nashville, it robbed Memphis of the only majority black congressional district in the state of Tennessee. And I will say, Nashville stands with Memphis as we try to reclaim a congressional seat. So y'all, we have multiple congressional districts here in Nashville. We got primaries coming up. Early voting is underway. Get out there and get after it. Let's turn out the vote in Nashville like we've never done it before this year, before we come back out and do it again next year. So thank you to all of our candidates. Now, I know a lot of folks are gathered around here behind me. How many folks here are part of a union? Y'all, I got to, this is going to be a moment I'm just going to try to hold it together for a second because anybody who has ever known anything about the labor movement here in Nashville and Tennessee knows we lost not just one, but 2 really important figures to a lot of us who have had any exposure to it. And I say this not as a union member, but as somebody who got to know the movement a long time ago. And we lost Vonda McDaniel and just a few days later, Jerry Lee. So I'm just going to ask for a quick moment of silence for some of the one of the people who was to me a mother of the movement and then another who was a father of the movement. So just quickly a moment of silence for these incredible labor leaders. All right, thank you, because I know everybody who just gave a big whoop and raised their hand in the movement understands the way these people mattered, and they know that what we do together as a community for the working folks, the folks that Ethan just told you build this city, the folks that Maura Lee and Jessica and everybody else here who knows our public sector unions help serve this city, we have to keep affordability at the forefront with the wage conversation, and we have tried to do that in our budgets. So thank you to all of our friends in labor. Thank you for being here, and let's celebrate them, please, if you would. Now, if Nicole is the only person who raises her hand, I know somebody's lying because I've seen a few of you out there too. Who are our neighborhood leaders? Lisa, yeah, I was going to say you better get that hand up there. I'm also a former neighborhood leader, and I know how much it matters to start at that street level and work on the things that matter most for the families that choose to live together. Sometimes have little choice about living together, and so it is so important, and I want to just give a quick shout out to the neighborhood folks. But I come back to This Is Nashville, and this is probably the right time. That stuff, I appreciate everybody who helps me. One of the things I miss most about this job is, for a lot of you who knew the way I served, I used to do a lot of writing. I used to try to do my level best to explain what was important in Metro, why it mattered, what I was up to, what I thought the city was up to, the things that I cared about. And I don't do that as much as I used to. But this is also a moment where everybody's got to stand together with heart, and it is so meaningful to me to see all of us see one another tonight as we get started on something important. And we do have a couple of elections to get through, but I want you to just hear a little bit from me, because one of our chores over the next year is going to be to celebrate and champion some of the successes we've worked on together and share those stories of success. It is going to be to elevate how hard it is going to be and set expectations correctly, but it's also going to be look to the future. And so I just want to remind you, the last time I kind of just wasn't ready for a speech, it was a moment where a conversation with a friend occurred to me, and this goes back now about 4 years, where it occurred to me standing there with this friend that the most important thing we could do was make it easier for people to stay in Nashville. And that remains true today. I still want people who have chosen this great city to be in to stay. So thank you to everybody here who understands the meaning in that and who has been working toward it. And I'll tell you what that meant. It's also a part of the project of building a Nashville for Nashvillians. So many people here cheered when somebody mentioned Choose How You Move earlier. Y'all, it is so important to know that for the future of this city, year after year, we can pour hundreds of millions of dollars into making it work to move around the city more safely, more easily, to access more points of the city. And that's great. We did an important thing in November of 2024, but where is Sabrina Sussman and the Chime team? Yeah, there we go. In the mayor's office, we call Choose How You Move Chime. Those one-syllable words are awesome when you can get something down to that. They have been busting it, and we have poured our first sidewalk that has only ever been funded by those dollars we all agreed that we were going to do in November 2024. We have bought our first buses. We have expanded service 4 times, and I will tell you, a friend who just came back from the airport said getting that service down to 30 minutes has mattered so much. This is transformative stuff, y'all. We have more than 12,000 people who get services from this city in some way, who are part of a Journey Pass program that was only made possible by our collective decision in every council district in the city to do this, and they now have lifetime fare-free access to this transit service, and they've already taken 2 million trips. Y'all, we are changing lives by the thousands. This is the stuff that matters. On the East Bank, you know what we knew was going to happen when I took office? We knew we'd be building a football stadium. That was a thing that so many people who joined our coalition understood, that we knew we would be doing it. But we said, okay, the first thing we're going to do is build a century of affordable housing over there. And you know what? They broke ground on it just a few weeks ago, and soon more than 300 people will have homes over there on the East Bank, and they will be affordable for a century. You heard about the dignity of this. For all of those people who are moving, and we've eliminated their transportation costs. For those people who will move in, and we've reduced their housing costs. For the people this year who will pay less on food because we've reduced the grocery tax. Y'all, that is a Nashville for Nashvillians. And this is all happening as we're doing the rest of the work of the city. I've shared with you just for a second, Frida and the school board, they have been making sure that we have been investing in student success, and we've had the 2 best years of graduation rates in the history of this city. Y'all, I'm a Metro Schools parent 2 times over. Our daughters are growing up in Metro schools, and so the success of the school board, the success of the incredible faculty, staff, school leaders, and yes, support staff who get our students through the day every day. It is amazing to watch multiple years in a row of our district doing better than multiple other districts across the state of Tennessee, because we continue to invest in the success of our young people. Y'all, that is a Nashville for Nashvillians. So thank you to our school board and all those amazing people. we just last year got the unified housing strategy. Alongside Choose How You Move and the East Bank, I would tell you it is the third next most important thing we are doing. It is a 10-year plan for how we might make progress here. And I have lost track of the number of times I have been able to both cut ribbons and then go to the next project where we break ground and come back again and cut a ribbon over the 3 years we've been in office. We started that investment last year in the budget. We doubled down on it this year with the largest number of local dollars, not ever just invested in the Barnes Housing Trust Fund, but also the largest ever number of dollars invested in housing affordability. And y'all, I can tell you, here's where we are. Our wages in the city of Nashville are now going up faster than rent, and we are starting to make a dent. And I have met so many people who have found their pathway into a home and said, we need more of this. And I can say to them now proudly, not only do we have the plan, we are investing in it, and we've got all kinds of partners. Y'all, a place to live is part of a Nashville for Nashvillians. It's incredible to watch this happen. And I will tell you, I think people are feeling it because Nashville's safer than it was when we took office. It's amazing to watch last year. We got to the end of the year, and yes, we have a Metro Nashville Police Department that is getting after it, and we are giving them more tools and more partners. The Nashville Fire Department with REACH and the Nashville Police Department with Partners in Care, they are being able to respond to clinicians and help sort out the differences between crisis and crime. And what happened last year is we had historic lows in multiple categories of crime. Y'all, 2025, we had crime down across the board in every category we track, and also in every police precinct in the city. A safer Nashville is a Nashville for Nashvillians. So credit to every partner who is getting that done for us and letting us do all these other incredible things. This is so meaningful to be able to have all of these things: transportation, education, safety, working people, working families in this city. All we do every day with our incredible team in the mayor's office. Y'all raise your hands so somebody can come talk to you. I'm sorry in advance. Yeah. This team, I wake up, I've told a few of you here tonight, there has not been a day since I took office that I have regretted it. It doesn't matter how challenging our federal administration makes it. It doesn't matter which state politicians are beating up on us on social media. I know I wake up every day and I go into work in the mayor's office with people who are purpose-filled every day, and they get to connect with our incredible Metro workforce, which is more than 10,000 strong, and they are out there serving the people of this city because we all believe in that single, simple principle of a Nashville for Nashvillians. And so all we're doing tonight is saying, look around, see this, see what we have built together. Because I don't go into that office any day thinking, man, I feel alone. I feel energized because I am surrounded by the people who are motivated to do this work every day. And what is even more amazing than that is that so many of us want to keep doing it. So y'all, my name is Freddie O'Connell. I am running for mayor of Nashville. And we are going to keep working for the next several years to make this city the best it can possibly be, because we know we can make it easier to stay. I know we can build a Nashville for even more Nashvillians. And I know these projects that take a few years are going to take all of us leaning in with some elbow grease. And to do that, we have to go have an important conversation with the city that is both about the ideas and the work. So will y'all work with me over the coming year? Well, thank you. It's been an honor to have served the city. Thank you for coming out tonight as we ask permission to keep doing it. Appreciate y'all.
Y bueno, estamos viendo lo que es la presentación de Freddie O'Connell.
Nope, I did the dumbest thing. I had one of the earliest slices of Slim and Huskies that ever got served in the city of Nashville. Give it up to Mo and our friends here at Slim and Huskies.
All right, on the back of your little cards, little lanyards, there's a QR code for you to donate. So y'all make sure y'all go out and donate for Freddie. Campaign for Freddie. We still got pizza next door. We got wings next door, cinnamon rolls next door at the greatest restaurant in Nashville, the greatest pizza in the world. Slimmer Huskies, y'all hop on over. We still got some cocktails over there at the bar, so enjoy yourself. Thank you for coming out, for supporting Freddie O'Connell as we kick it off. We got 4 more years. 4 more years. 4 more years. Let's go.
Vamos a tratar de entrevistar al alcalde. Deja ver si tenemos la oportunidad de que nos dé algunas palabras. Mientras tanto, pues ustedes están viendo las imágenes, lo que ha sido el relanzamiento de el alcalde para el próximo periodo. Se va a relanzar y bueno, esperamos que todos los hispanos inviten a sus hijos, ciudadanos americanos, a votar por lo que es lo mejor para Nashville. Cada uno sabe cuál es la tarea que tiene que hacer. Mientras tanto, estamos aquí esperando a ver la posibilidad de poder entrevistarlo. Unas palabras mientras él pues comparte con la gente que vino a saludarlo y vino a prestarle su apoyo incondicional para tocar puertas, para hacer llamadas y para lograr que en el próximo periodo él siga siendo el alcalde de Nashville. Mientras tanto, pues hoy un día histórico en Nashville, puesto de que el alcalde lanzó oficialmente su periodo de relanzamiento, su campaña, a partir del día de hoy. Ya lo hizo oficial, ya lo nos había dicho hace un par de meses y hoy lo hizo oficial ante todo el mundo. Él está saludando, sigue saludando a toda la gente. Y esperando a ver si nos regala unas palabras. Mayor, few words.
Sure.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great decision for everybody because, like you say, the working people is with you because you coming with them from the bottom to change the life in Nashville.
Yeah.
For the immigrants community, what is the message you want to give it?
I think what was so gratifying to me was to hear from our friends at the Tennessee Immigrant and Refugee Rights Coalition tonight about how important it is to not just settle for the basic defense, but in fact to sometimes stand up and yes, we're going to use the power of law, but like we've also made sure that we could bring people together around the idea of a belonging fund to help support people. We have continued to do immigration legal services and fund that. It's an important part of what lets people have the ability to be here legally, and so we're going to continue to support all of those things.
And a study, I don't know who made that study, say Tennessee is the poor state to live in all the United States, the last one. What do you think about that, and what do you think we can do to greater Nashville?
We know that Nashville's prosperity matters, but it has to be that kind of deep prosperity. That's why we've been working on expanding metro public sector wages, why we have continued to do economic development with a strategy to bring people directly from our education system right into the trades where they're going to have the best chance of success. It's why we invest in programs like Music City Construction Careers so people can go right into federally certified apprenticeships, know they're going to have a long-term career with good wages, good benefits, safe workplaces.
Thank you, Mayor. I know you have a lot of media partners over there to try to interview you. Thank you for giving me the time.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for being here.
Ya. Y bueno, con estas palabras nos vamos a despedir en este momento. El alcalde ha decidido recoger él mismo su speech que él había decidido decir, pero posteriormente a eso dijo, ¿saben qué? De aquí, de mi corazón, de mi ronco pecho les voy a decir lo que siento, y así lo hizo. Como él ha sido desde un comienzo simplemente una persona que todos quieren, como decía una de los speakers, de las presentadoras antes de él, una persona que todo el mundo conoce en el barrio, que todo el mundo ha tenido el placer de saludarlo, porque él es de la gente para la gente, o como dirían por ahí, del pueblo para el pueblo. Con estas palabras me despido, Nere Vargas, para Extrema Tennessee.